Is Mexican pan dulce or Mexican sweetbread inspired by French baking techniques? Let's talk about it. The Spanish brought sweetbread to Nueva España, or what we now call Mexico and the American Southwest, but people didn't really care for sweetbread back then until the French invaded Mexico and there was a large population of French people. That was one of the first and biggest waves to come to Mexico. So they wanted to take over Mexico and they brought people and their culture to Mexico. And the French got kicked out. I mean, that's why we celebrate Cinco de Mayo. It was one of the battles of defeating the French. The French are gone and some French people stay in Mexico. And then this guy, he is Porfirio Diaz. He is the new president of Mexico during that time. And he loves everything French. And so he brings more people from France to Mexico and invites them to immigrate here. He tells them, please bring your architecture, please bring your French baking, please come to Mexico. Because of Porfirio Diaz and because of the immigration of French people to Mexico, you get a really beautiful fusion of Mexican sweetbread. And initially, yes, it was French, but then as you mix cultures together, you get pan dulce. The French-style bakeries become really popular in Mexico, and Mexican bakers start using French baking techniques and really tailor it to the taste of Mexicans. You have the concha, which was inspired by the brioche, cuernito, which was inspired by the croissant, the oreja, which was inspired by the palmier, probably not pronouncing it right, and the bolillo, which was inspired by French rolls. So yes, Mexican pan dulce was inspired initially by French baking techniques because of the French Mexican people that moved to Mexico. Now these baking techniques are used all over Mexico and then all over the US too, because there's a lot of different panaderias all over the US as well. And they initially started with the Spanish and then obviously got refined by the French pastry chefs.